This video contains spoilers which may harm any future reader's enjoyment of the work by describing events which eliminate surprise, suspense, or dramatic tension. Mr. Sukwon, the Revival Man, is the protagonist who gets revived 3 days after he dies. With his power, this 29-year-old unemployed man sought to protect his 19-year-old neighbor Cha Ye-rin and set his sight to destroy the very organization that tormented this high school girl. After becoming aware of his abilities, he never hesitated to rescue the high schooler and was reckless in hunting the man behind the organization regardless of death, only to realize much later how stupid that was. If he died now, who the hell would protect her in the 3 days he was gone? This realization only came after the harm was already done. But alas, he finds out about the man who was pulling the strings behind. It was none other than Kim Min-hyuk, a calculating bastard who had the audacity to visit the funeral of Cha Ye-rin's father, who apparently committed suicide, and give his condolences when he was in fact the one who had the poor father killed. Over and over, he is not only able to escape our main character's grasp, but also gets our main character killed lots and lots of times. Kim Min-hyuk. You better remember this. This antagonist has one of the biggest plot armor ever. When will this guy finally fucking die? A question that I and others have asked after the protagonist misses his chance not only once, twice, thrice, in which I've even lost count, but I can assure you over 5 times, in which a few of them were good chances. Our protagonist fails to kill this guy. There was even this one time where Sukwon let Kim Min-hyuk go out of respect that Min-hyuk's mother had just died. But whose fault was it again that Min-hyuk's mother died? The trash Min-hyuk himself shot his own mother in the effort to prove to Won that he had no weakness. Won himself knows that because he was there. But wow, Mr. Sukwon, you give this garbage of a son a pity. But guess what? This was Min-hyuk's scheme to once again escape Sukwon. And moreover, Min-hyuk's mother was actually able to survive the gunshot after immediately getting treatment. Then finally, it seems we are reaching the climax. The big battle has begun. Sukwon shoots Min-hyuk with a gun but seriously aims for the body, which had the most obvious outcome ever, a bulletproof vest. You should have gone for the head. But finally, Min-hyuk was unable to escape from the building with a chopper, and Sukwon finally aimed for the head for good. Aww, Min-hyuk's crying. Serves you damn right, motherfucker. But wait, there's still many more chapters left. I've got a bad feeling about this. Huh? Nani? Min-hyuk's still alive? How? Did he also acquire the revival power? Did he have a clone or something? Oh god, it was an imposter. It was the secretary, the woman who was always simping for Min-hyuk. All along, she took Min-hyuk's place and disguised herself. Apparently, all throughout the dialogue, Min-hyuk was simply speaking through a microspeaker that the secretary was carrying. I don't know how that won't be obvious in real life, but since this is manhwa, the authors decide the physics of this world. Min-hyuk's back with Cha Ye-rin as hostage with a bombing device. But now our protagonist has the chance to finally end it after Cha Ye-rin forced Min-hyuk to deactivate the bomb. But Min-hyuk's mother takes the cake. And finally, Min-hyuk's dead. The following may contain a slight spoiler from Terrorman if you haven't read it yet. At first, the only reason I didn't want Kim Min-hyuk to die yet was because he was the friend of Min Jung-woo, the man known as Terrorman. Seeing Terrorman first, I was real surprised with how Min-hyuk became in Revival Man. He was a good kid in the Terrorman manhwa. Though his mother was gullible and made their lives hard, he cared for her and loved his mother and protected her and stood up for her. But the more I got to know his adult self in Revival Man, the more I realized that not even a redemption arc won't be enough. No, in truth, he doesn't deserve a redemption arc. He killed lots of innocent people, especially those who have some sort of relationship to Sukwon, just to fool him that his revival power had some kind of sacrifice required. He fooled Sukwon that every time he gets revived, the people he knows will die one by one from the order of those who are just simply acquaintances to the people much closer to him. All this was so that he could condition Sukwon to become a puppet that will do his deed in the future. All for the sake of revenge for his mother who exhibited childlike behavior, a possible symptom of dementia, after she was severely beaten by unknown people. Min-hyuk wanted to root out those damn culprits, in which he took the lowest ways because he needed resources. He aimed to become the head of his company as a means to his end. Minyuk is cunning and our protagonist Sukwon is not that bright. But there were several moments where Minyuk escaped that cannot be attributed to Minyuk's calculating nature, but more of one's incompetentness. A few opportunities to kill Minyuk was wasted in a very unconvincing manner of writing. There were moments that I could let slide, but there were moments as well that I could not simply let slide. Our protagonist Sukwon is a badass, but at the same time also disappointing. The best part about him is how he stays true to his conviction like a real man. A beast that cannot be contained in any cage. There was no need to make him a genius, but seriously, there was also no need to make him an idiot more than he should have been. Sukwon is incompetent. He often fails to immediately dispose of his troublesome enemies. This goes way back before Minyuk. This problem already started with a boss from the Loan Shark Company, whom he had let escape twice. No, actually thrice, before the motherfucker finally died. In fact, Sukwon wasn't even the one who eliminated him. Minyuk did. If it wasn't for Minyuk, the Loan Shark boss would have already escaped overseas. And who killed Minyuk? Still not our protagonist, because it was Minyuk's mother. Sukwon showed no hesitation, showed no qualms when killing the cannon fodder goons, but somehow when it comes to more relevant characters, not only does it take his goddamn time, but also fails to inflict serious injury to at least damage their mobility or something. It doesn't take a perfect main character to know to waste no time to seal the deal, but no. He takes his time talking before actually killing the guy. You know, letting them have a chance to turn things around and escape. For anyone who tries to defend a main character's incompetentness, you're just as retarded or blinded as the main character. Oh, he was just a regular guy a few weeks ago. He's just learning. Does that excuse the fact that he had a number of chances to get the kill, and also ignoring the fact that he had already killed without hesitation? Oh, he had trigger freeze during the time of the Loan Shark boss. Seriously, didn't even look like one. He even took his time talking shit. This is not only limited to the Loan Shark boss, but also to the main antagonist. Oh, Minyuk was very calculating and cunning. Yeah, let's ignore the many chances he had to inflict a fatal injury and even kill him. What a lame excuse. If indeed those were the author was attempting to do, it was not convincing. Not a speck at all. More importantly, Sukwon doesn't even look like a regular guy. I understand why he'd be a bit reckless with an ability like his, but just because you can revive does not mean you'd easily welcome pain. This guy already recklessly took pain from all angles since the beginning. I don't know what kind of pain tolerance Sukwon already had, but a regular guy would have either crawled and back out or become a mentally unstable person after receiving so much torment and suffering. As I've said before, our main protagonist did not have to be as dumb as he was. He didn't even try to hide his abilities. And instead of utilizing his power, he even left clues for the enemies to realize that he had the ability to revive. The bald guy realizes that and made a failed attempt to incapacitate him instead of killing him so that he won't be able to revive. Minyuk also finds out about some aspect of one's ability and got to utilize the place where one revives against him. I'm also pretty sure it doesn't take a genius to realize just because you can die and get revived doesn't mean you are unbeatable. And it surely doesn't take a genius to realize the disadvantage of that 3-day interval when you are gone. The enemy can do whatever fuck they want while you have no way of knowing what. Despite already realizing that, he still continues to recklessly get himself killed throughout the series. If I wanted to be nitpicky, I could have pointed more issues with Revival Man, but with all that said, I will end this video here. Thank you and goodbye, dear viewers.